Hi, my name is Jeray. If you are new, welcome. If you are not, welcome back to Halo and Horns Tarot. I definitely am a little late. The full moon is currently ongoing in my area, and I had all these big plans and intentions set, and all I did was make soup. And I said I'm gonna put up this card reading because I really wanted to get it out. So I'm putting my notes away. All right, tonight the moon is in Pisces, the sun is in Virgo. And again, if you look, well, I'll say in my area in the US, if you look, the full moons, the sun energy is in the exact opposite placement of the moon. So Virgo, and it's not opposite, but like sun in Virgo, moon in Pisces. So while these two are both mutables, one is earth, one is water, so they're a little bit more complementary. And I apologize for all the different colors and sets I have. I live a very ordinary life. I do not yet have a space simply dedicated to upload videos like I want. So bear with me. I am new and I'm trying to get into my groove. Excuse me. So tonight I am called to read Black Moon Astrology. I'll be doing two spreads from the textbook that I felt called to do. One is planetary and one is, I'll show them the spreads because you're not, I'll show you the cards, but you won't like see them spread out. So the first spread will be the planetary spread, and I will be using these cards. So, starting with Jupiter, what is working, what to take advantage of. The moon, what is hidden from you, what do you not have knowledge of yet. Saturn, what is earned, work that needs to be put in. And the sun, the outcome of the current trend. And the other spread is the Black Moon spread. It has 5 cards. The first position, the root of your question or issue. This may contain some of the past influences, not completely phased out, some residual energy of this that still lingers. Second position is current, surrounding influences. This shows pretty much what you can already see and what is obvious. In any event, this card sums up the energies of the present. Third position, what you are not able to see at the current time because you have blinders on, perhaps. What is being hidden, withheld, or simply overlooked. This is the surprise part of the reading. The fourth position, what to do now, how to address this issue, how you manifest or overcome, where your strengths are, this card should tell you. And then fifth, likely outcome based upon current circumstances. It is important to keep this in mind so it is possible to change should this not be the outcome you want. And I'll be pulling the Nightmare too and placing cards on top of the spread as also clarifiers. I apologize for yawning and being tired. I'm very low energy. Which is why I didn't do a lot of the stuff I said I was gonna set out to do. I still plan to do it with the full moon's energy, but I promise after this, I'm going to relax. I did make me a nice bowl of soup in an attempt to welcome in the autumn equinox or the fall equinox. It starts on the 22nd where I am, and I just love fall. My one of my favorite seasons. Spring, not spring. Ooh, summer and fall, beautiful seasons. Winter, the bugs are gone. Now it's just too cold. Spring, the bugs are coming back. I love all the seasons, and I do acknowledge them. I don't follow the wheel of the year. which might shock a lot of people. Like, I don't personally celebrate Mabon or Samhain. I celebrate Halloween, but I don't celebrate a lot of those. I celebrate the coming of the seasons. So I celebrate the summer equinox, or I said summer equinox, the summer solstice, the autumn equinox. I celebrate the solstices and equinoxes. But anyways, and this will be collective. That's what I was forgetting. This will be a collective reading. Get these on out the way. Actually, before we get started, just in case anybody's wondering about what this energy is. So the sun is currently in Virgo, which is a very health conscious sign. Virgos are very analytical, very observant type of people. And Pisces is in its one of its Pisces is native to Neptune, but the moon rules water signs as well. So Pisces and the moon card is usually linked to Pisces. So Pisces are at home, and in this deck, the sun is considered spirit. So spirit, I analyze, and the moon is soul, and the soul says I believe. So I analyze and I believe. And if you're looking at the houses, these are not where the signs are current. These are not the houses that the signs are currently in. These are the energies of the sign. So 6th house resonates with Virgo energy, and 12th house resonates with Pisces energy. Oh, excuse me. So, whereas the sun is currently in a state of work and getting things done and analyzing and cutting down on things we don't need, looking at our health and things we could change, the soul is kind of doing that, but in a more spiritual aspect. Pisces is the end of the zodiac. So Pisces is kind of an all or nothing encompassing sign, which is why I think a lot of people love Pisces. There's just a little bit of everyone in there. But the 12th house deals with the shadow self. So this is the side of us that we might not like or like to present to others. Very dark side of us. Sometimes I refer to as inner Sakura if you're an anime fan. But the Pisces, the 12th house, while it can be about escapism, also deals with the world of beauty. Neptune, the planet Neptune, is a planet of beauty and imagery and illusions, and it can be a sweet dream or a very tough nightmare. And then the sign of Virgo is ruled by Mercury, so that's where we're dealing with communications and getting things done quickly. Excuse me. Mercury also, excuse me, the god, not the planet. If you look at his staff, I believe it's pronounced Caduceus, but the medical symbol with the two snakes. So there's the health aspect. But all in all, the sun is the aspect of us where we push and drive and progress outward, while the moon is what we recede into ourselves with, and how we, I wouldn't say how we, no, I'll say it, how we emote and how we react emotionally to things, how we respond emotionally. Now, that doesn't always mean it'll come out, but the emotional response within. What am I thinking about? And Virgo is currently on the out, so working, pushing, closing the harvest, getting ready to move into Libra. Libra, I want to say it's tomorrow. Yeah, either tomorrow or the day after. Okay, so this is Jupiter I'm going to start with the planetary spread. Give us a card for the moon. And when I looked at the book, I thought we were supposed to do sun, moon, Jupiter, Saturn, but the order is Jupiter, moon, Saturn, sun. So please don't think I'm just doing this out of whatever. I am a Virgo. I do appreciate organization and working from A to Z. So I read it and I was making sure, like, oh, okay, so we do start from Jupiter. Give us a card. And I'm going to pull all these cards first for both spreads, and then I'll shuffle with the other deck. Oh, I think I said it, but this is a collective reading. So no, I don't plan to do any pick piles in this one. Oh. It is late. I'm ready to go to bed. You want to get my water? Okay. What is hidden from us? I'll take those two. Okay. Y'all, the sun came out. The sun came out. Okay. Yeah, the sun came out. Maybe we'll see him again. Give us Saturn. What needs to be, excuse me, what needs to be ironed? What needs to be ironed? Give us the Saturn energy of the collective. What needs to be ironed? One. Slide that on. And then this is the sun card. Alright, and give us, make sure I'm looking at it correctly. I don't want to mislabel any of the groups. Focusing on the energy of the collective, give us the first position. Give us the root of the issue. The root of the issue. What is the root of the issue here? What is the root of the issue for my collective? For my collective human beings? What is the root? Ooh. Okay, Virgo came out. Solar return and water sensing. Well, that's a good sign. I'm going to put those back down. Okay, what is the root of the issue? We have the root. Give us the current situation. What is the current situation for the collective? What's going on currently? What's been the current situation with the collective? Ooh, I really dropped all these cards. I dropped half the deck. Yeah, fingers feel a little stiff for some reason. Give us the second position. Aquarius, I know. Ninth house, faith. I know faith. I know of faith. I know. Let me stop. I'll dive into that later. In the third house, what is veiled from us? What is hidden from us? Be it for our protection or simply because we wish not to see. What is hidden from us, the collective? What is hidden from us? What is hidden from us? What is hidden from us, the collective? That's a lot of hidden. Give us one message here. What is hidden from us? What is the universe currently protecting us from, or what are we simply overlooking? Give us one message. Really cute. Yeah, I'm just sorry, you guys. Ooh. What is hidden from us? Maybe the universe doesn't want us to know. Okay. What is veiled from us? What is currently hidden from us? What is it that we are not able to see at this time? Okay. I'm gonna leave it upright. I think it's interesting that the thing that's supposed to be veiled is upright. Uh-oh. I'll leave this one for the fourth. What to do now? And fifth, what is the likely outcome of the situation? I normally don't leave reversals in this deck because it's an oracle deck, so I'll turn it upright, but I just was called to leave it inverted. Okay, and that is the fifth. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, cards. All right, back of the deck. 11th house. The situation regards friends. Uh-oh. The situation is regarding your friends. 11th house energy, also Aquarius, which I know is out here. All right, let us start with Jupiter. So for Jupiter, for the Jupiter position, now trying to, that's not right. It is. So what is working? What to take advantage of? Take advantage of love. I know that sounds super whatever, but take advantage of love. This is the, really? We're going to be shy now? This has a picture of Venus, the planet, and the goddess. Venus is the planet of love, so maybe you feel like you're in a situation now where there isn't a lot of love, so practice a little self-love, or, think there's a two-way street, so if you would like to reciprocate more love, maybe give a little more love, but if you feel like you've been giving, then maybe you're coming into receiving. But love, it says, what is working? Love is working. And I said that, and I heard it twice in my head. So love is working, as in love is working, like someone who loves working, like a Virgo or whatever. But then there's also love is working, as in whatever love you're trying to bring forth or show is working. So take that with what you will. What is hidden from you? You have two cards. You have Mercury retrograde, and I know we've got one coming up. It says reinvention. And then there's a second card, Libra. I balance. So these balance. Okay, so reinvention was first. So what's hidden from you now is probably what you need to reinvent yourself. Well, and when I say hidden, either it's not time or you're not ready, whether spiritually or you just don't want to be, you're not ready. But there's a reinvention in the works for you, and it could lead to you finding balance. But currently, and there could be an imbalance in some of us. Spirituality is a constant work in progress. So you could be preparing to go through a reinvention. Especially, I'll put it in the comments, but I'm strongly sure that Mercury retrograde either started or there's one coming up because it's September. I'll pull a card for this one because I would like more details. So what is hidden? What is the moon trying to tell us? Got the Hangman. There will be a change in perspective, or since it's inverted, which would kind of make him upright in a weird sense. But either we know that there's a need for the change of perspective and we're ignoring it, or we haven't changed our perspective to realize yet. So, and I think you could if you're asking about a person because the overall back of the deck energy was friends, you could be a Libra or you could be dealing with a Libra. Venus came up earlier, which is a mother to Libra, Libra and Taurus. So, or maybe there's a Libra hidden from you. Maybe after this reinvention, you find yourself a little Libra. Let's see. Saturn. What is earned? What do we need to work? Blessings. We're working on blessings. With the full moon out, some of us are working on our manifestations. Some of us are resting, taking time to recharge and reheal. Some of us are releasing. There's a lot going on at this time. Four of Wands. The blessing could be about stability, family, coming into a home, which would be nice. Be real nice. But there are other blessings. Maybe you finally get that job you wanted, or I'm sorry, I turned over the sun and we got a sun friend. But you could be manifesting a stabler home life or coming into a space that feels like home with this blessings card. And you will have to work for it. You will have to put in the effort. And I was talking because I follow a lot of pages on a lot of TikTok witch talk pages because I refuse to get a TikTok. But when you're manifesting, people suggest that you start small. Like, don't just out the gate, I want $100,000. It likely won't work and you'll feel bad and just set yourself up for failure. Start small. Start with, I'm going to manifest a gold key. You can see a gold key anywhere. And then work your way up. Practice and strengthen that intuitive skill. And then we start asking for the bigger stuff. And a lot of people, I know, I'm currently working on some big manifestations. Um, if if you are trying to manifest a home and a family life, you definitely have to put in the work for that stuff. And that's not to say that miracles can't happen. Like, oh, I just $10,000 fell in my bank account, and now I can buy that house I wanted. But that's not going to be common, and that should not be the expectation. If that makes sense. I'm not trying to like crap on anybody's dreams or anything. If you just want a house to fall out of the sky for you, of course, keep wishing, keep praying, keep working, and you'll get it. But if you're trying to build something as big of an operation as a home life, like I want a solid four walls, roof over my head, that takes a lot of work. Unless you build your own house. All right, moving on to the sun. The outcome based on current trends, and this I'm gonna just shut y'all. Who's the sun, baby? I will. You will. The outcome. You will. And again, I never want anybody to feel like they can't do something or that I'm like trying to be a negative Nancy. I'm not pessimistic, I'm realistic. Excuse me. Like, and this might be a little hard to explain, but the 3D, the physical world that we're still in, while you're growing spiritually and trying to remove yourself from the matrix, you kind of got to play the game until you can get all the way out. So, wow. I wholeheartedly believe that we should be manifesting our greatest lives and trying to return back to a natural time and all that. You still gotta go. You still gotta get up and go to work. You still gotta get up and go to school. There's still contributions to be made. Even if you decide, you know what, I don't want to do the ordinary contributions. Cool. There was a guy who made a TikTok about how he didn't want to go to college, so he decided to travel the world and help people and volunteer. That's a beautiful, different thing, but he's still contributing to the 3D, if that makes sense. So, whatever you are manifesting or working on, be it love, be it a home, be it reinventing yourself, whatever it is, you'll get there. You'll get there. Have faith. Oh, it's a lion. I thought there was writing on here. I was about to not my freaking cards. Okay, and moving forward, I'm gonna leave these out and up here. All right. First card is the root of your question, the root of the collective's question. Void. What is missing? So this says also that some of the past influences not completely phased out, some residual energy of this that still lingers. Something is missing. Something is missing as of this moment. And it could be what you're trying to manifest. Again, if it's love, if it's friendship, if it's a family, if it's reinventing, that's the thing you feel like is missing. And your past, either you lost it in your past, like you had it and you lost it in your past, and you're trying to regain it now, which would be the next two cards, which what we can kind of do to add to it, but something is missing. I think it's interesting, like Void of Course Moon, even in my other deck, like you still see the moon, like, and it's so full and big. So you still see the moon. And again, when we're talking about the moon, it's hidden aspects, things not being shown to us, hidden through the veil. So it could be, again, something that you're simply ignoring, or it could be something that you genuinely need to seek. All right, let's get some detail. What's adding a little clarity? What's missing? Six of presents, six of coins, which is I consider my having and giving card. And if you do not have, how can you give? If the purpose of using the cups reference. So if your cup is empty, how can you pour into somebody else's cup? So in order to pour into somebody else's cup and be able to give to them and help them out, you have to first have. And if you don't have this thing, you can't give it. Let me see if spirit will play nice with me tonight. What is the thing we're missing? Based on the six of presents, it could be physical or something of sentimental value in the sense of, because there's a lot of water on the board, so there are emotions. But in my personal opinion, I find emotions can be fickle sometimes. Even there are strong emotions, there are strong, deep connections like love and whatnot. But some emotions can be fickle. And when it's paired with earth, that gives our water something to be more stable around. And you don't necessarily have to love something to value it, if that makes sense. Give us any details. You got the 7, potions inverted, illusions, spirits playing games with me. Let me check this other card. I got the 3 of presents inverted, not working together. So, seeing that the clarification around this card is surrounded by earth, I do believe that it is something you value, but again, it's something you're missing half of it. So the first card was the 6 of presents, where we have 6 presents. And then we have 7 potions, 7 cups, and it's inverted. So that's illusions and traps and um, being unsure of making a choice, having a lot of options. And I personally view the 7 of cups as not having a lot of positive options or not having a lot of options you want to do. Then on the other side of that, we have the 3 of presents, which is inverted. So we lost 3 presents after this decision. Whoever that resonates with. So let's see how we can work to get this back currently. Ninth house, faith and Aquarius. I know faith. I was gonna say a little joke about that because I had another, like with the love card, I had a double speak in my head. So I know faith. There are people named Faith, but I know faith can also mean the actual religions and faith. And Aquarian energy is out here on the board, and we definitely saw 11th house in back of the deck energy. So this could, maybe you lost a friend, maybe, and not necessarily like a physical human friend, but, and this is gonna sound real crazy, maybe you lost a spiritual friend. Somebody like those people who talk to the moon and those people who talk to themselves in a sense. I know, like, hear me out, hear me out. You might have lost some aspect of that, or you possibly have lost an aspect of your faith, something you used to proudly and boldly in your heart know, or person you used to claim to know, and now they're gone. Um, oh, I almost forgot. So there was a Libra, there's Libran energy on the board, there's Leo energy on the board, and there's Aquarian energy on the board. As well as Taurus, Libra, Gemini, Virgo, Leo, uh, Aquarius. Ninth house is technically Sag. Let's see. And this is current surrounding influences. This shows pretty much what you can already see and what is obvious. So the Aquarian energy is obvious. The faith is obvious. And that might be the thing you've lost. Or you had a knowing of something before. You thought you knew something, but you've lost your knowing. You've lost your assurity that you know. So there's a Ouija board. Boo, Ouija board. Sorry. Okay. Been waiting to get to this card. Let's talk about this. This is the third position, what you are not able to see at the current time. And it is inverted, and something called to me to leave it inverted because like these cards normally aren't inverted to me. Like none of these other cards are inverted, but this spoke to me. The fourth house is Cancer in energy, which also deals with the moon because it's a water sign. And the fourth house deals with our maternal lineage, our mother, how we were raised, the foundations we were given, feminine energy, that dark voice place. And this is inverted. So what should be nurturing feminine aspects are hiding. And the moon is already secretive and mysterious and all that, but what should be known, something as simple as your family or something, might not be known to you. Maybe you're doing ancestry research and trying to get closer to your ancestors, people of the past possibly, and you're kind of at a loss, or you thought you knew. Um, you thought you knew who your people were, and it turns out you were adopted or something, and they're not. And not to say they don't have love for you, but you people tend, when I find that people, and not all, but some people, when they find out that their family isn't their biological family, they go and seek their biological family. Not everybody, but some. Um, maybe and this is a different message, but maybe your home life was not as stable and secure as it could be. There was a lot of lies, a lot of secrets, a lot of mysteries, a lot of stuff went missing. And now that's affecting your relationship with your friends. And you're trying to manifest being a good lover, being and reinventing yourself as a person, and attracting blessings and honest, good natured people, and possibly even faith. Maybe you grew up in a house whose faith was very strict and fear-based, or maybe you grew up with no faith at all and didn't appreciate that. Let's put one on the fourth house. Three of Potions. There will be a celebration. This is children being born, birth announcements, graduations, milestones of a celebratory nature, um, birthdays. Maybe you just throwing a party. Or a lot of people don't consider these positive, but homegoings. That that kind of rang in my head because while death is sad and the loss of family is sad, we're not we're not celebrating the end of your life. We're celebrating your life. So that could be a message for somebody. And I find that a lot of my readings, now that I think back, surround death in some sense. And I recently lost a family member. So I think it's very interesting that I'm connecting with that energy and finding positives on it. Anything else on this? Let's see, who's this? Ooh, Seven of Presents and Voided. This is one of my take a nap cards. So it might be time to rest. You could be working on a project. And this card fell out earlier now that I think about it. You could be working on a project or trying to do something very big. And normally when it's upright, I tell people you planted your seed, you tilled your soil, you planted your seeds, you've watered them, put fertilizer on them, all that good stuff. You've done everything you need to do up until this point, and you're starting to see the fruits of your labor. But the flower is not the fruit. You still have to wait for the fruit to come. When this is inverted, I get that, and I don't know. I'm sorry I say it like this. I'm trying to be as honest as possible without coming off as just this rude, negative person. But you might have planted some bad seeds, or some bad seeds might have been planted in you. Not to say that, if you are carrying or about to have a child or adopt a child. Adoptions. Gotcha days. That's another one. Maybe somebody's getting adopted and they're building they're building a family. But yeah, maybe some bad seeds were planted. So some things that you might want to reinvent about yourself. Maybe you come from a family of people who are alcoholic and you never want to touch alcohol like that. Or maybe you come from a family of I'm trying not to use really ugly words because we are not always what our families are. Just because your parents were in and out of jail doesn't necessarily mean you'll be in and out of jail or anything like that. But the argument of nature versus nurture is an argument for a reason. So don't don't let your environment dictate what you can do. That message came loud and clear. Don't let your environment dictate what you can do. So if you know that you want to go into this career field and you know your family will never support it, this is just an example. Hear them out, hear their warnings, accept whatever advice you want to accept. But if you know in your heart of hearts that at the end of the day that's what you want to do it. Queen of Needles, be honest. Be honest. Take it with a little grain of humor. Don't laugh in their face. I get whoever in this collective I'm reading for, a lot of y'all can't laugh in y'all folks' face. Don't laugh in their face, but humor them. All right. And we got a lot of cards here. I thought I only pulled two, but this is fifth house, the likely outcome. So, moon, soul. This is going to be good for your soul. Aries, I am. Excuse me. And Capricorn, I use. Oh, I thought I saw an angel. I was about to freak out. It's a goat. Okay. So, the soul, I am, I use. And with the likely outcome of the situation, Okay. You are not the physical body. You are aspects of everything. So your mind is a part of who you are, but you can lose your mind. Your body is a part of who you are, but you can lose your body. But your soul, who you are on the like energetic level, cannot be lost. It's just who you are. So while we can lose our minds and we can lose our ability in our bodies as we, come of age and grow and whatnot, or we could be born with those issues, there's still a soul within us. There's Aryan energy and Cap energy, very fiery, very earthy energies. Let's put some cards down. Let's get a little clarification because, of course, the soul is who you are. The I am is the soul. Let's see, I use. What are you using? Now we got the Fool, which is interesting. Aryan energy. What else we got? Ace of Candles. You're starting something. So with this full moon, Ace of Presents. Okay, yeah, you're starting something with whatever. Yeah. Back to Going back to what we pulled earlier. You might be starting a relationship or starting more self care, starting to reinvent yourself, starting a family of some sorts. And this new thing, it's gonna be so good, you guys. King of Needles. It's gonna be so good. And I say that because the Fool starts this new journey, um, goes into it bright eyed and bushy tailed, excited, not really too much fear. He is looking back at everything else. So he's taking this Fool in particular, because a lot of people think the Fool just gets up and walks out of his mama and daddy house. No, he takes the lessons he heard in his childhood, and there's a Bible verse, train up a child in the way that you want them to go so that they don't depart. I didn't say it correctly, but when you train up a child or raise a child, you impart knowledge and lessons on them so that when it's your time to go or when it's their time to become an adult, they have those lessons to take with them. Like, okay, I shouldn't put my head in an alligator's mouth. Or, okay, I shouldn't eat poison, berries. Well, that's real simple. But little examples like that. So whoever this is, you're starting something new. Oh, the sun came out. The sun came out. I like this. You're starting something new. It'll be positive. There will be some grief and some loss along the way, I see. With this Ace of Candles, I align it with Aryan energy. And then the Ace of Pentacles, which is funny because that's the business, starting a business venture. I think it's interesting. That's with the Capricorn energy. So you as the Fool are starting this new adventure. You're very passionate about it. It's a very good investment to make at this time. And that doesn't necessarily mean it's physical. You could be doing this spiritually, like investing in your spirituality. And maybe you want to take a class and become a guru in something or study up on something, and actually look into it deeper. The sun did come out, so positive outcomes on the Fool on this journey. There will be some grief and challenges. There will be some work needed to be done to obtain this. Oh, and the Hierophant. Um, my religion card. Lots of challenges. Lots of difficult. Like these challenges and griefs I'm seeing will be very, very difficult, very difficult. But you'll get through them. You'll see your way out of them. The Hierophant is my institutions card. So again, you might decide to invest in going back to school, or maybe that's your blessing, or maybe you decide to invest in a home, or the housing real estate market. Maybe you decide to invest in Again, your spirituality, maybe you decide to take a class, go on a retreat or something, join a yoga class. It could be anything. Any more messages? Any more messages for my collective this new moon? I don't lose yourself. That's what. Don't lose yourself. When I say I hear, I'm not like, it's like popping into my brain. So it's kind of like my brain's hearing things, but not just trains of thoughts. Some like just random things pop into my head sometimes. Don't lose yourself in this journey. And when I say that, like you can indulge in self-care and reinvent yourself as a person and do all that, but don't lose the soul of you, like the meat of who you are. Don't try and be basically don't try and be something you're not, to be simplified. Oh, we got the Emperor inverted. Aries energy, definitely. Yeah, don't lose yourself. Don't try and be something you're not. You are a boss. You're a girl boss. Well, I hate that word. You're a boss. You are a boss. So don't lose yourself trying to make yourself smaller for people or trying to make yourself more palatable. Let them choke. Let them choke. The people who are for you, love you, want to be around you, want to give you time, attention, and energy, they'll find you. They'll come to you. Oh my gosh. Thank you. I don't know why that took all that. Let's see. I think I'm getting ready to close this video out. I just have one personal kind of question for the collective. When can we expect these manifestations? Oh, oh, okay. When can the collective expect these manifestations? When can we expect our package in the mail? I'm just curious if we can get a timeline on when to expect. 8 of presents? To me, this is like when you work for it, when you decide to put in the work. Um, yeah, when you decide. I'm sorry, that sounds kind of mean in my head, but when you decide to put in the work, when you decide to do the heavy lifting. But this could take a while. Earth to me is months to years or possibly longer. 8 months or 8 years. Cause I get the sneaky suspicion the stuff you're trying to manifest is not small. Like I see people on the spiritual side. I manifested $500, or I manifested, a man or something. Like, those are nice. Those are great. Happy you got them. But whoever's manifesting this is manifesting something very large. Like, look at that sack. Very large. And then all the presents around it, other little gifts and whatnot. I think that's I think that's it. Please be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe if you care. Please, please do. Um, October is right around the corner, so I'm going to take the next 2 weeks off. I probably won't be back till probably October 8th. I'm feeling I'll pop back up around October 8th, October 10th. So we will see what we see and do what we do. Again, my name is Sheree. If you would like personal readings, you can comment or find my handles in the comment section. Please continue to support me. I greatly appreciate it. If you enjoyed the reading, let me know if you want to see more like them. Until then, I'll catch you guys later. Bye.